Yo, what's up guys, Blaze here, and I'm bringing you guys a video today to show you a new building, bunker exploit, what have you, with the spiral staircases that were added this month. So this bunker really reminds me of the old roof bunkers that we had, where you would place the twig roof next to it, it would open the side wall, you'd be able to crouch right through. So it's very simple, I really like it, easy to open and close. You know, you can auto close it with a shotgun trap because, like I said, you just place some twig right here and then you can easily crouch right on through. So this shit is really easy to incorporate in your base design, right? It only takes up a very small footprint of 2 triangles. Very simple to do. It does need to be on ground level for it to work. From as far as my testing goes, it needs to be on ground level. You can do it in a square. It takes up a slightly larger footprint because you have to have a roof, so it's a square and 2 triangles on the side. But you know, if you had to have a square, that is an option, right? So like I said, it's very nice to have the shotgun trap. So if anyone's raiding you and you happen to leave the bunker open, shotgun trap shoots it, and voila, we're sealed off again. People can pick through this, of course, so you want this to be HQM metal, whatever, so they can't just pick through and then, you know, very easy to get into your base. The square one works very similarly. You have this over here, you know, you can't get through. This one can't be picked, maybe if you pick the foundation, but like I said, this needs to be armored anyways. And if anyone's taking the time to pick armor, they're gonna raid your base. So, very simple how these work. Now, I'm gonna show you how to build them. And I'm going to show you a quick, easy base design. Like I said, I like things that are easy. You know, just kind of playing on stream. I very much so value function over anything like a suicide bunker, which takes a lot more time. Like, do you really want to spend time waiting on bag timers, that type of thing? So I'll show you how to build these, and then I'll show you a base design that I've kind of been playing with. Obviously, there's more in-depth stuff you can go with this, and you should really make your own base design. If you want to use mine, whatever, go ahead. But, people might see this YouTube video and then, you know, easy blueprint to your base. Alright, so now on to showing you how to build it. Very simple. You just need a raised foundation. Could be triangle, could be a square, doesn't really matter. As long as you can place this lower triangle next to it, you're good to go. So then you want to place another triangle next to that triangle. Delete this triangle, and then you're going to take the spiral staircase. You're going to place it like this so that the little hand railing over here is toward the first raised foundation. Then you're going to take another foundation. It's going to clip inside this, and you're good to upgrade all of these building blocks. Okay, then you want to go ahead. You can put your door frames here. I like to place them last, but that's where they're going to go. Now, to place these walls, they can be a bit tricky. You're not going to be able to do it from the top. It's going to give you an error. So you need to go down onto ground level next to the foundation and place them from here. You can upgrade those. I normally like to have more doors after this because making this jump, it's going to be like a half height space you need to jump into. So obviously having more airlocks after this is really nice just for ease of access, so you can just kind of run through and crouch. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put this triangle here, and then this triangle here as well. Obviously, just kind of close it up. You're going to upgrade everything as you go. Probably to armored would be ideal. Metal works as well, whatever you got. And then you can just put your doors, and you're good to go. So then, obviously, if you have it, shotgun trap is really nice to go back in this corner. You can place it whenever. It'll break the twig if someone walks through. Then it closes the bunker, like I said previously. Now, the reason I really like this design is because you can crouch over in this corner. The shotgun trap obviously gets in the way. But if you need to peek out your door, say this is your airlock of your 2x2, you can crouch back here. And it's very easy to peek to check if you're being door camped. Door is kind of hard to reach, I will admit. And then, you know, you can just place that, and then you're good to go. You're not getting beat in the face, hopefully. Now, onto the square. Square one is a little bit more complicated. Like I said, the triangle is probably my favorite, smallest footprint. Very easy to create. But for the square, so you're going to want 2 foundations, okay? Again, one of them needs to be lowered, and you're gonna want a triangle, a lower triangle off this side, and this triangle just needs to be placed here so that we can cover shit up and it will work, right? So then again, we're gonna delete this triangle, and then we're gonna place another spiral staircase, and then the square needs to place. This is, from my experience, this one's a little bit more tricky to place than the first one, but really not that hard. Very not hard compared to all these other building exploits that, you know, like the free placement going around. That shit's beyond me. So then obviously you want your door frame and another door frame here, but instead of just placing walls, you're going to want to place a roof here. Otherwise, people are going to be able to slip through above the handrail and get right in. So you want to cover all this part of the build up, obviously. Again, you're gonna have to go down here to place these walls, and then this part's like obviously a little bit harder without no clip, but you get the idea. You just place all these things. You don't need the lowered triangle on this, but if you do want it, you need to place it before this roof. As you can see, it'll get blocked. If you do want the auto closing feature, you do need to place this so you have something to put the shotgun trap on, and then you can just come back out here, place this roof, whatever, you're good to go. So obviously you can just close up the top, and so like I said, these are how you build them. And now let's get on to the simple base design I've been using a little bit on stream. So the basis of what I've been building is just a very simple 2x2. Just remember, raise your foundations, make sure you can place lowered wherever you need them. And then I just built a 2x2 with no triangle airlock. I normally like to build triangle airlocks on my 2x2s. They're very nice. But as you need to be able to lower your triangles and stuff as you're building, you don't really have that luxury. But there is a way, although it can be pushed through if people know how to do it. It's a little bit harder because you have a lowered foundation. Very difficult to actually push players through it. It can be done. So you put a double door frame here, and obviously when the double door swings out, let me grab the double door right quick. When the double door swings out like this, you cannot easily jump through this. Alright, so everyone knows pretty much you can push through that, right? Very, very common knowledge. But since it's raised, very difficult to actually do it. Again, you just want to build the bunker that we've been talking about. I'll cut to when I have it built, and I'm gonna put a layer of honeycomb. Obviously it's just 2x2 with honeycomb, and then we'll, you know, you can expand beyond that. Okay, so like I said, nothing very fancy, just a honeycomb 2x2. Obviously it's good to upgrade the roof to metal. And one of the main reasons I do really like this bunker that I'll show you right now is if someone's walking around this base, the only real indicator are these new like corner textures, I guess, if you want to call them. And it's just, other than that, it just looks like a normal 2x2. You come in here, and like I said, I like to have an extra airlock because you're going to have this here. So jumping is kind of difficult to jump into a half height like this. And other than that, just a very simple 2x2 starter. You can do the core of your 2x2 however you like. Obviously, you know, people do theirs however. But you can get your TC loot rooms, the triangles, anything you like in here. Okay guys, so this is kind of what we got going on as a more or less finished product. Obviously, you can add a shooting floor, whatever you like. But this is like about where I stop when I'm on stream, that type of thing. I don't really like to build much past this. The low upkeep is nice, and then if I get rid of it, it's like whatever. At the current build state, I think it's roughly about 30 rockets to get to the, just to get to the TC of the base. And obviously most of the loot is going to be in the core. It's not really spread out, so this is just 30 rockets for basically everything. It's very simple, just kind of a 2x2 with garage door spam, you know, a little furnace area right here. And it's very easy atrium core. and the upkeep is actually fairly cheap for 30 rockets. It's only 100 high quality a day, very easy to do if you're just recycling your components. 3,500 stone, could be cheapened up a bit if you metal some things, and then 2,100 stone, or 100 metal. Very manageable as a solo, honestly, if you're playing a decent amount, and easily manageable as a duo or a trio. Like I said, I really like this base. Very good concepts, very ease of use, honestly, is a theme that's going on. And by no means do I think that this is the most efficient way to use this design. I think it's just barely scratching the surface of what can be done with this. But like I said, this is very simple, but I come up kind of while free balling it while I'm on stream type of thing, you know, build as we go. But if you do appreciate you know, new building tips and stuff, I would appreciate a sub on this channel. I may start uploading more kind of actual Rust gameplay on this channel. I don't know, I haven't really decided yet, but I do stream live on a non-consistent basis at twitch.tv/blazelive. That is my Twitch channel, and if you want to drop a follow there or a sub here and drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it, I would appreciate that. And thank you guys for sticking around if you did stay this long. Peace.